So many network marketers fall in love with a health and wellness product, and then they realize that there's an incredible opportunity to build the lifestyle and income of their dreams. But what happens when you get started and you run out of friends and family to talk to, and what you're doing on social media just isn't quite getting you where you want to be? Well, the truth is it's probably not your fault. It just takes a little marketing know-how that you may not be getting from anywhere else. So on this podcast, I'm sharing with you the secrets that I've been able to learn from all of my top earner friends and mentors. I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly what it takes to get people excited about the wellness products that you have to offer, to help people improve their lives, and to get you to the rank that you want to be at. My name is Soraya Goddard, and this is Secrets to Marketing Your Wellness MLM. Hey, what's going on? It's Soraya here. I wanted to hop on and do a quick episode about marketing channels. Okay, quick story. When I started understanding what marketing was, that I needed to put content out into the world and that I needed people to respond back to me, I thought that I needed to do everything. So I dove in like a maniac on every platform that I was on. Facebook, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, LinkedIn, blogs, you name it. And I was trying to do it all the time, and it was insanity. And as you can guess, since I have a full-time job and I was trying to grow my network marketing business, prospect, hold events, travel, go to seminars, have a life, be a wife, all the things, my social media strategy wasn't that great, right? I couldn't keep up with all the Facebook posts and all the Facebook Lives and all of that all the time. And so I wanted to share that with you because I see a lot of you doing that, right? And that's okay. It's okay. But I wanted to share with you why that might not be the best strategy and give you just a couple quick things to consider. So like I said, this is going to be a pretty short podcast episode. I have now really evolved my thinking about social media based on a couple of my mentors, and they have shown me that basically your social media is like a television station or television channel, okay? And the content that may be appropriate on Facebook on one channel may not be the same content that would be appropriate on Instagram, right? Instagram's a very visual platform. You know, people respond well to beautiful photographs and well-crafted content, well-crafted captions and things like that. And the interaction is very different. It's just a different platform. Stories are huge, right? Stories are a big thing on Instagram. There is kind of a culture that comes along with that versus Facebook. You can't just cross-post the same stuff from Instagram to Facebook and expect that it does well, because Facebook is much less formal. It's much more in the moment, a little bit more scripted. A little less scripted, excuse me. It's looser. People share articles and things. People do lives, where like Instagram Live, I'm never on. I don't know anybody who's ever on Instagram Live, but Facebook Lives get a lot of traction. So it's just inherently different. And what I really want to get across to you in this episode is that if you want to be really good and build an audience, you kind of have to pick a main platform, because your content needs to serve that platform and the people that are using that platform. So if you find that all of your people are on Facebook and Facebook is good for you, you like it, you enjoy it, you look forward to being on it, then taking that content and shoving it into Instagram's format isn't going to work very well. It may get you, a little loyal following of the people that already follow you on Facebook, but you're likely not going to attract new people, and the juice might just not be worth the squeeze, okay? As where if you maybe have a really big business following already on LinkedIn, let's just say, that's totally not me, but maybe you have one already, and maybe you really like LinkedIn because you like to network with professionals. Well, guess what? Then let's get you using LinkedIn every day to share content and make business connections and, market that way so that you don't have to learn a new platform and come up with content that really isn't organic to kind of who you are and what you like to do already. I hope that makes sense with you guys. What I'm trying to say is you don't need to be everywhere. You need to be one place and do that really consistently. And if you have mastered that, meaning you are crushing it and people are reaching out to you every single day on that platform, and you've got all the leads that you can possibly handle, and you're like, the business is coming to me whether I breathe or not, then sure, open up a new platform. But most people aren't in that spot. So what I would say is focus on one and be consistent with it and execute a really clear marketing strategy where you are showing up every single day and deliberately creating content that people are going to react to and that people are going to reach out to you about, and then follow up relentlessly with those leads every single day and try that for 6 months. Focus, hyper focus for 6 months and chart what your results are. Chart your input and your output. How many posts are you making? What type of posts are you making? Experiment. Maybe you take a notebook and maybe you actually, write out, hey, when I post it this time, I get this kind of result, or this topic garners this result. This topic doesn't garner this result. Be analytical about it, right? Test and tweak, test and tweak. See what works, see what people respond to. In fact, you could probably do that right now just with the content that you've already put out on each of these channels. What are the things that people react to? What are the things that people don't seem to react to? If you're like, I don't know, because nobody reacts to anything I have, awesome. Then the world is your oyster. Then you can go back into the last two episodes on this podcast, 16 and 17, follow that formula and see what happens, right? If you are a pro at taking really beautiful photographs, then yeah, gravitate towards Instagram, rock it out. And we'll go into in some coming episodes exactly what my recommendations would be for each specific platform because they're all going to be a little bit different. But test it, tweak it, see what's working for the people around you. Stalk the people that are top earners in your company, right? See what's working for them. See what's working for them and try it. Don't copy them, of course, but see what's working. Or maybe even better, don't go to the people that are at the top of the company because most of those people, the people on their social media accounts are people already in your company, but maybe you go to a leader that's kind of midway up your company, right? And someone who's just really crushing it on social media on the platform that you like and see what they're doing and see what works for them and see if you can adapt that strategy to make it your own to something that's a little bit more authentic to you. So you have to publish consistently on a marketing channel, but you don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to be everywhere. And here's what you should be considering. You should be considering who your target market is, right? If your target market is young and maybe they are on Instagram, awesome. Maybe that's a good fit. If your target market is maybe a little bit older, then I would say, no, you probably shouldn't be on Instagram. And I'm just using that as kind of an obvious example. But I would say considerations. Who is your target market? What is the platform that you love? Because if you don't love it, you're definitely not going to use it. I would also say that something that a lot of people don't talk about is social media is amazing, but we don't really own any of those platforms. So ideally, you're putting out content that can be repurposed, okay? Can you be doing the work once and then have that work used over in different places to, switched over to a platform that you do own so that you can have ownership of that should Facebook or Instagram get shut down or LinkedIn or something like that, right? So I'll give you an example of that. Let's say you're doing Facebook Lives, which is an excellent strategy, If you do Facebook Lives every day for the next 6 months, you will undoubtedly build an audience. There is no question in my mind. You will. You absolutely will. But what I would make sure that you do is take those Facebook Lives, download them, and upload them to YouTube. And even better, also upload them into a blog post, right? So now you're getting 3 different places out of one, piece of content. You're getting 3 times the exposure for doing the work once. And you're also getting that into a blog post where you own. You own your blog if you have a blog. You own your podcast if you have a podcast. You own that, and no one can take those away from you. But Facebook and Instagram, you don't necessarily own. In fact, there's a digital marketer that I know, Julie Stoyan, who just last week had her Facebook account shut down for who knows what reason. And thankfully, she eventually got it back. But I mean, she might not have. In fact, there's people that I know, in and around the digital marketing arena, and I'm sure there's probably network marketers, I just don't know of any personally, that have had their Facebook account shut down for whatever crazy reason. You don't own social media. So as much as I love social media and you should be on it and you should be using it, I think we all kind of need just an insurance policy against if that ever goes away, right? An email list is also another way to secure yourself against losing your whole thing. So in other words, what you could be doing is your call to action on your Facebook Lives or your Facebook posts or your Instagram or whatever, your LinkedIn, could be driving people to an opt-in so that they opt into your email list, and then you have their email address should your social media get shut down. So these are just some things to think about. There's no real right answer, but I would say be conservative in the platforms that you're on and make sure that you are doing something to grow a permanent audience that you own. So again, a blog, where you have an email list, a separate email list without a blog. Maybe you're growing, again, maybe you're growing a podcast where you own all that content. Whatever it is, I would say, do you own the platform and the content, or really something to consider? Can you repurpose the content? Again, another consideration. I would say test and tweak. Go with what you love. Go with where you think your audience is hanging out. And ideally, those 2 things overlap. Try it for 6 months and see what happens. Better yet, try it for a year and see what happens. A year. You can build a crazy audience by just focusing on one social media platform for a year. Unbelievable. I mean, you will skyrocket from where you are now if you stay consistent for a year and post every single day or even twice a day. Really, really neat stuff. Okay, I hope that gave you some food for thought. If you guys have questions about your marketing channel and where you are putting content out into the world, hit me up, soraya@sorayagoddard.com, or direct message me on Instagram @SorayaGoddard, and I'll be happy to chat with you. Talk soon. Bye. Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed Secrets to Marketing Your Wellness MLM. Before you go though, I have something for you. If you are looking to grow your audience online via social media so that you can have people getting excited about your products and reaching out to you to learn more, then you need my cheat sheet that has 50 health and wellness Facebook Live topics that will attract an audience to you. It also walks you through the secret 4-part formula that you can follow on both Facebook and Instagram that is proven to have people reaching out to you. And when you get it, I am also sending you guys an audio file for those of you who love to listen to the information on the go. You can get both of those things at www.sorayagoddard.com/podcast. Again, that's sorayagoddard.com/podcast. SORAYAGODDARD.com/podcast. Thanks so much. Chat soon.